The reason I became a motor carrier inspector with the state police was basically because I looked at the opportunity it gave me, and the opportunity to look at trucks, inspect trucks, was just something that really interested me as far as the mechanics and the state and federal regulations that fall into play with those. In my job, the most important thing for me is the critical violations that you find on some of these vehicles. Some of the drivers don't even know that their trucks may be a hazard to themselves and the pedestrians on the road. What we like to do is inspect the vehicles, look at the mechanics, make sure the driver is doing what he needs to be doing, the vehicle is in shape that it needs to be operated on the highway. Some examples of the violations I look for are bad tires, steering mechanisms. Also with that, a lot of the drivers may run over on their hours. What we look for is to make sure that driver's had enough rest and that he can safely operate that vehicle without being too drowsy. Weights of the vehicles play a huge matter in the damage to the roadways. If a truck is too heavy, it actually damages the road. The requirements I had to meet to be an Indiana State Police motor inspector were basically to make sure I can physically look at the truck, crawl under the truck, be in a truck. Really what you need the most is you just need to be able to keep your eyes open and ask questions. My initial training was the basic federal regulations and state regulations for commercial motor vehicles. That falls into play with driver's hours of service, equipment violations, also state violations will fall into that. You do have to be federally certified in order to look at the equipment and driver's hours, logbooks, and those sort of things. Continue on your education, you will get into hazmat and cargo tanks and the equipment that goes with those. Okay, right now what I'm looking to make sure there's no air leaks anywhere on these airlines. These are what will operate the brakes for the trailer. Another aspect of our job would be a post-crash investigation, where basically what we're looking for is things that could have helped contribute to the crash that weren't necessarily the driver's fault. If a steering rod broke, tires or brakes that were defective or not working properly. My name's Alan Morris. I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana. I'm 28 years old, and if you drive a big truck, I may meet you.